Hey, don't be a script kiddie like this, man. Hey, I am Samin, and today I am going to talk about how you can become an ethical hacker without spending any money. Always remember that there are no certain paths to success. Everyone has their own journey. I am going to give you a certain path which can be helpful for you. I have researched a lot and also added my own journey to create this video. So let's start. Ethical hacker is also known as white hat hacker or penetration tester. So goal of an ethical hacker is to improve security of a computer system. I will talk about types of hackers and their purposes in a different video. So let's get started with the ethical hacking roadmap, which is free. So I'm going to talk about ethical hacking roadmap. So firstly, you need to learn about the computer fundamentals, like how the RAM, CPU, GPU, etc. works. It will build a good foundation. So I'm telling you about 4 free resources where you can learn computer fundamentals. So the first resource I'm going to talk about is Tech Quickie. So here you can learn about the computer fundamentals. The next one I'm going to talk about is a YouTube channel called Explaining Computers. So you can learn anything related to computers from this channel for free. And another free resource is How Stuffs Work. So you can see that you can learn about computer hardwares, computer softwares, and computer security absolutely from free here. And so the last resource I'm going to talk about is CompTIA A+, which is a 31 plus hours course, but it's worth it, and its instructor is Paul Brown, who is really good. So these are 4 free resources you can learn computer fundamentals about. So after finishing computer fundamentals, you need to learn about networkings. You need to understand how OSI model works and its various layers. You need to learn about TCP IP and how UDP works. You need to have a common understanding of the common ports that are used. Also you need to understand HTTP protocol, SSH, FTP, SMB, etc., and how they work. You need to analyze packets with etc dump, etcp dump, and Wireshark. You need to understand routers and switches and how firewalls work. So I will give you some free resources where you can learn networking from. So my favorite free CCNA course from Jeremy's IT Lab. So this is a very good course, but there are many extra information here, so just learn what you need. And after this course you can learn from this course CompTIA Network Plus. This is also a very good course from the same instructor previously mentioned, Paul Browning. And you can also see this video from Tom Hudson, which is only 1 hour long video, and it will give you an overview of network fundamentals. So these were some free resources for networking. So after learning networking, next you need to learn about the Linux fundamentals. So you need to know about how to install, configure, and administer Linux, and how Linux basically works, and various components that makes up this operating system, and how to secure and harden Linux, and CIS benchmarks. And you need to have a good grasp of the Linux terminal. you need to also learn about the installation and utilize various Linux distribution. You need to have an idea about Vim, SEDA, WK and regex, and also please learn Git. So I'm going to give some free resources, don't worry. So from these resources you can learn Linux fundamentals for free. So this is a very good playlist from David Bumble, who is also a very good YouTuber. He has a playlist dedicated to Kali Linux, ethical hacking, getting started. So this playlist has more than 70, actually this playlist has 80 videos, so this is a very helpful playlist if you want to learn about Kali Linux. Next you can learn Kali Linux from over the wire. You will have a gamified experience from this website, and you can learn Linux fundamentals from playing over the wire challenges. Next you can do a course from Cybrary about Kali Linux fundamentals. This is also a very good resource. So lastly you can understand Linux better from this website called linuxjourney.com. All the websites I am mentioning will be in the description, so don't worry. So after learning Linux fundamentals, you need to have a good grasp in Windows operating system also. So you need to understand how to install, configure and administer Windows. You need to know how Windows works and various components that make up the operating system. You also need to know about securing and hardening Windows. You need to learn CI's benchmarks. You need to have a good understanding of how Windows passwords, hashes are stored. You need to learn about Windows command line and learn how to set up and configure an Active Directory environment. So I'll give you few free resources to learn from. So this is a very useful video where this is called like introduction to operating system. So this is a 4-hour 30 minutes video, and it will give you solid foundation in operating systems. So you can start from here. So after learning about Windows, you need to learn about programming. So you don't need to be a master, but at least you need to understand what the code is doing. So you need to understand scripting. Also you need to know how PowerShell and how to write PS scripts, and you also need to know how to automate tasks on Linux by leveraging the shell scripts. And lastly you really need to know Python. So first start simple and move on to developing what interests you. So Python is really helpful for automating different tasks. So these are some programming languages you need to know about. You might also need PHP, HTML and JavaScript knowledge. You just need the basics, so don't worry. And I'll give you the free resources so where you can learn from. So this is a shell scripting resource from Hackersploit. It has 11 videos, and this is really helpful to get started with shell scripting. Next, this video from PhD Security, which is at 11 hours long. So this is called Python for Hackers, Full Course, Bug Bounty and Ethical Hacking. This is also a very good video, and you will learn a lot from this video. And lastly, this video from Free Code Camp. this is a very useful video if you want to go deeper into learning Python. And the other languages I've talked about, I will give valuable links where you can learn for free about PHP, JavaScript and HTML, so don't worry. So after learning programming, you need to go to CTFs, practice labs, etc., and blog channels and YouTube channels. So you need to participate on the older ones and current CTFs. You also need to see videos, books, blogs and write-ups. You should like document and keep notes of what you are doing. So I will talk about some free resources. First resource is vulnhub.com. Here you can see you will get a lot of machines to play with. You just need to install them in your virtual machine and you can get started with it. So the next resource is Try Hack Me. So this is basically a blog where the author has mentioned about more than 350 plus Try Hack Me rooms. So this is really helpful for a beginner who doesn't want to spend any money, and you can see it has like intro rooms and basic rooms, recon, scripting. So it has divided it into the topics, so it will be really helpful for you. And the next resource is Hack the Box. These has paid and as well as some free rooms where you can hack on, and this like website will give you a gamified experience. So next is Try Hack Me. As I said before, I've mentioned a blog where you can get like 350 free rooms where you can hack, and as you can see, you can join for free by just giving your email here. And the last one I want to give is, there are lots of free resources, so I've just mentioned couple of them. The last one is DVWA, which is called Damn Vulnerable Web Application. You can install it by just following the instructions in this GitHub page, and by doing that you can install it and hack the system in a legal way. So these were some CTFs. So after doing the CTFs, you can now learn about the web basics and different cyber attacks. So you can learn from Portswigger and Hacker 101, and OWASP Top 10 is also a very good website where you can like learn about different cyber attacks. So this is a Hacker 101 where you can like, this is basically a bug bounty platform, but they have a resource where you can like learn about hacking. So just click start hacking and you will get a structured way of learning hacking. And the next one I'm going to talk about is Portswigger. So from this website you can learn about like all kinds of hacking, server side hacking and client side hacking. So these two websites will give you a fundamental about like website hacking. So from Portswigger you can learn about client side attacks and server side attacks, and it will give you free labs to hack on also. So it will really give you a very good understanding about web application attack and how it's done. So you can really try this one. I really recommend this one to get started, and it will also familiarize with you the tool called burp suite. So this is really handy tool for any web application hacker. So after learning about the web basics or different cyber attacks, next get yourself familiarized with the pen testing tools and how they work. So there are tools like Nmap, Wireshark, Burpsuit, Metasploit, Nessus, John the Ripper. So you need to understand them, and like you just need to you should not just blindly use commands. You first should understand how they work and how their methodology is, and after that you should use these tools for your pen testing. So for example, this John the Ripper is used for passwords cracking, and the burp suite is used as a proxy for the web server. And don't worry, I will give free resources to learn about them in description. So the last one I'm talking about is cryptography. So understanding cryptographic concepts like encryption algorithms and cryptographic protocols for securing data, and understanding the potential weakness in cryptographic implementations is really necessary, because most of the passwords we see are hashed. So you really need to understand about cryptography. So after learning all of these topics, you yourself will understand what's best for you. You'll understand, do you need any certifications like CEH or OSCP, etc. So you can do what's best for you. So this was all from me today. Till then, keep liking my videos and do subscribe. Goodbye.